So today I'm going to share something with you that's really, really important. And I remember years ago when the book The Secret came out, the movie, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, the law of attraction is a secret. It's not really a secret, but it might as well be by how few people actually understood it and utilized it. And what I'm going to share with you is sort of the same thing. It's definitely not a secret, but it might as well be, because very few people seem to understand what I'm going to share with you here in the next few minutes. So, do you want to be remarkably successful in life, at whatever you're doing? Do you want to be remarkably successful in business? Do you want to be a leader? Okay, then great. You need to understand personal development. What is personal development? Most people, first of all, think they don't need it. Most people think, that's like going to a therapist, as if that's a bad thing. First of all, most people should go to a therapist. If you come to a training I do called Journey, you'll find out that we're all born to win and then programmed to lose. Society programs us to lose. Society programs us to be mediocre. But you see, you don't learn this stuff from mom and dad. You don't learn it in your school. You only learn it if you become a student, a ravenous student of personal development. So I'm going to share with you a couple of key things here. And again, I can't do a short video or a blog and teach you everything about personal development in 10 minutes. That's impossible, because the bottom line is that it's an ongoing thing. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and I still realize that I'll die not knowing more than I know. It's just one of those things that the more you can take in, it makes you a better person. It makes you a better leader. And the cool thing about personal development is, even though I got into it for business, it makes you a better parent. It makes you a better spouse. It makes you a better friend. It makes you a better son or daughter, or whatever the case might be. So let's look about this. In the Bible, it says you need to build your house on a rock, right? And it's funny, I love asking people, why does it say that? Why does it say that? And you get a lot of people give you a blank look. Certainly, some people understand the reason why you need to build on a rock is because there's going to be a storm. And let me tell you something, guys, there's no one who goes through their life without a storm. I know some of you are running away trying to avoid the storm, but there's a storm. As a matter of fact, life's going to throw a number of storms at you. Some are going to seem like a tsunami or a tornado. They're going to be bad storms. So you build on a rock, so when the storm comes, you will withstand the storm. Well, in the Bible, obviously, the reference is build your life around God. I believe in that. You don't need to believe in that, but I believe in that. That's my rock. But let's look at it this way. As far as you being a great leader, you need to become a rock for the people that you're dealing with. You see, everybody can have a great attitude when everything's going good. You can be a great leader when everything's going good, but what kind of a leader are you to your people? What kind of a rock are you for your people when everything's going sideways? I couldn't imagine being in the military and all of a sudden we're in a terrible situation. We're surrounded, and all of a sudden our leader looks at us and goes, guys, oh my God, I'm freaking out. We're going to die. What are we going to do? Do you want to follow that kind of a leader? See, in the military, they have an expression that says, trust your training. When you go to boot camp, you must really believe that you are going to be in a life and death situation. So you got to pay attention. It's most critical when your life is truly on the line. What amazes me is, while personal development can help you while you're growing, while you're starting at the bottom and rising to the top, personal development can definitely help you in a million ways. But to me, when personal development has been most valuable in my life, has been during the greatest storms. The last year or so in my life, I've had some storms. I had some personal storms. I had some business storms. But I understood this is when I've got to dig deep, trust my training, go back to basics, and really apply everything that I've learned. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff. Life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you respond to what happens to you. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. This too shall pass. One day we'll look on this and it will all seem funny, and on and on and on. God, I can't possibly give you everything you need to know, again, in a couple of minutes, but your attitude is everything. My mentor used to say, you know what? You can take my house from me. You can take my car. You can take my spouse. You can take my dog. You can take everything from me. But the one thing you can't take is my attitude. Man, I remember that like it was yesterday. And as I've gone through my life, there's been ups and downs. Again, there's nobody who doesn't go through ups and downs as far as business and finances. And you can really tell the truth about someone during the downtime. That's when you become a legend. Anyone can go to the top one time, but can you go up and down and still stay the same person, the same positive attitude, the same excitement? And can you lead your people when they need you to lead them the most? We need to build our life on a rock. That's why it's called personal development. And guys, please, I'm not perfect. I'm not telling you I'm perfect. I've never been perfect. I never will be perfect. Great leaders are not perfect. But here's the bottom line. At the end of a year, if you've had a whole bunch of tests and quizzes and exams, at the end of the year, you don't have to be perfect. You have to be excellent. Over time, yes, you may fail a test or two, but when all is said and done, your goal is to get an A. And you don't get an A by being perfect. You get an A by being consistent and over the long run, fighting hard so you end up with a goal of excellence. So many of you are in a chapter in your book of life right now, and it's a bad chapter, and it's freaking you out. So you need to know it's not the last chapter. There's many more chapters to come. So it's up to you to determine, are the rest of your chapters going to be bad chapters because you're going to let this current chapter affect everything else in a bad way? Again, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to what happens to you. I believe your future chapters should be the best chapters of your life. I'm making this video. I'm 57 years old. I've been blessed. I've had a lot of great stuff happen in my life, personally and professionally. But I believe without a shadow of a doubt, my best chapters are yet to come. Your mindset is everything. Your attitude is everything. You can lose it all and get it all back and get it all back better. You can take my house, my car, my dog, all that stuff, and I'll get it all back and I'll get it all back better because the one thing you can't take is my attitude. You need to get that attitude. You need to read the books, listen to the audios, be around the right people, and become a rock for you and your family. And then if you do that, you're also going to become a rock for so many other people. Guys, it's the only way I can imagine living my life. Just remember that during the toughest times is when you need to apply the things that you've learned the most. And during the toughest times, come out in those difficult times to glorious victories. That's what's going to cement you as a legend if that's what your goal is in life. If you want to be someone who's truly above and beyond everyone else, Malcolm Gladwell says an outlier, someone who's statistically superior, then you got to put 10,000 or more hours into what you're doing and go through the bad times. And when all is said and done, you'll get an A because you are consistent and you had the right attitude. Those are some of the reasons why you need to become a major student of personal development. It's not a secret. I just told you what it was. So hopefully you take that to heart and you take action starting today so that you can build your life and your business and your future on a rock.